The Villisca Axe Murders, Iowa's unsolved nightmare of 1912. On a quiet summer night in June 1912, the small town of Villisca, Iowa, was shattered by a brutal crime that remains one of America's most chilling, unsolved mysteries. In the darkness of their own home, the entire Moore family and 2 overnight guests were bludgeoned to death with an axe. A massacre so grisly that it stunned the nation and left a community haunted for over a century. The horrific crime. On the night of June 9, 1912, Josiah Moore, his wife Sarah, and their 4 children, Herman, 11, Catherine, 10, Boyd, 7, and Paul, 5, were murdered in their home. 2 young girls, Lena and Ina Stillinger, who had spent the night as guests, were also found dead. All 8 victims had been struck multiple times with an axe, which was found at the crime scene covered in blood. The murders were discovered the next morning by neighbors who noticed the Moore family's unusual silence. Entering the house, they were confronted with a horrifying scene. The bodies of the family and guests lying in their beds, the house eerily still and stained with blood. The sheer savagery of the attack, combined with the apparent lack of forced entry, sent shockwaves through the town and beyond. Local law enforcement launched an intense investigation, but despite questioning numerous suspects and following several leads, the case quickly went cold. Some theories focused on a disgruntled former employee of Josiah Moore, while others speculated about a traveling serial killer passing through the area. One prominent suspect was Reverend George Kelly, a former resident of Villisca known for his strange behavior. He was arrested and tried twice, but was ultimately acquitted due to insufficient evidence. Another suspect was Henry Lee Moore, unrelated but sharing the same surname, who was suspected in similar axe murders in other states. Despite decades of interest, new forensic techniques, and numerous books and documentaries, the Villisca axe murders remain unsolved. The house itself has become a dark tourist attraction, with many visitors reporting strange noises and ghostly encounters. What makes this case particularly haunting is not only the brutality of the murders, but the absolute silence surrounding the killer's identity. The fact that an entire family and 2 innocent children could be wiped out so savagely and the murderer vanish without a trace continues to fascinate and terrify true crime enthusiasts. Over 110 years later, the Villisca axe murders stand as a grim reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the enduring frustration of cold cases. The mystery has woven itself into American folklore, inspiring countless theories, ghost stories, and investigations. For the town of Villisca, the tragedy is a permanent scar, a dark chapter in its history that refuses to close. The question still lingers: who wielded the axe that fateful night, and why did they choose such a horrific fate for the Moore family and their guests? Until that answer is found, the Villisca axe murders will remain one of America's creepiest, most perplexing cold cases.